Terrific actress. In her latest project, she plays opposite actor Ralph Fiennes in the romantic thriller The Constant Gardener. Please welcome Rachel Weisz. Rachel was on her show once years ago. I wasn't here, but you were here, yeah. Yeah, The Mummy Returned.
That's right,
yes.
2001.
Wow, 4 years ago, wow. So anyway, we were just looking at your pictures in Interview magazine. Boy, you photograph beautifully. You look great.
Oh, thank you.
We don't like photo sessions.
Yes, we don't like them at all.
We hate them.
Do you hate them or do you enjoy them?
You know how I think of them? I think of it as like playing a character. You know, if I'm doing a movie, I'm playing a character. It's like playing a character because I show up and they're not my clothes and I get hair and makeup. So it's like make-believe.
You know, we try to do that too, but we always wind up playing characters that hate photo shoots.
Yes. Well, the characters we play, I'm the Big Daddy and she's an elf. But anyway, so and then Hugh Jackman interviewed you for that. You just appeared with him in a movie, right? You made a movie with him.
Yes.
What was it like after working with somebody for him to, did he give you a probing interview?
You know, normally I'm like to ask the questions and he knows that about me. So I began the interview and I started asking him questions. He's like, no, I'm in charge here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, he definitely probed.
Yeah.
Is it hard to give an interview to somebody that you know?
I think it's easier, actually, because it was more like we just had a chat, we just had a conversation, and he knows my little eccentricities and my foibles, so he kind
So you like to interview then?
I do. I'd love to swap places with you and ask you lots of questions.
Okay. All right.
Oh, this should be interesting. What would you like to ask our resident elf?
So, Miss Beautiful Elf.
Yes.
How do you balance being so beautiful and working so hard and being a mom? How do you balance all this?
You know, I just hire people to balance it for me.
She's not kidding.
Back to you. Back to you. I've decided that I don't like being interviewed almost as much as I don't like photo shoots.
But not a bad question. So, Rachel, you're originally from England?
In London, England. Yeah,
you started your career over there?
Yes.
On the stage? Or?
On the stage,
really?
Exactly, yeah.
First time I saw you was here on the stage on an off-Broadway show called The Shape of Things.
Yes.
Very tough role.
Yeah, she's a scary chick.
You spoke about that for days.
Yes.
For days, he was like traumatized.
Unforgettable. Traumatized is right.
A woman who gives her boyfriend a makeover, and he has plastic surgery and gets new clothes, and it turns out that he's her art project. She's an art student.
Oh my God,
it's scary,
Do you enjoy playing these high-powered women? You play them so convincingly. I was expecting someone who was a little more rigid than you. Look at you, warm
I'm
and
not
sensitive.
so rigid.
Yes, no.
I like playing all different kinds of
Do you?
girls.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, in this role, The Constant Gardener, tell me about that lady.
She is an activist, a social activist, so she's gone out to Africa to help people who are less fortunate than herself. And she's pretty unusual in that she's not even being employed by anybody. She's not on anybody's payroll. She's just going into the slums of Nairobi and finding out where injustice is being done. And she comes across a huge injustice. And yeah, she's an extraordinary woman. I'm very in awe of people who are charity workers, you know, people who devote their life to helping other people.
The movie is so well done that I thought for certain that at the end it would say, based on a true story, or based on the life of, or, you know, because it seems like this kind of thing might go on, probably does go on.
Yes, well, it is based on a novel, so it is a piece of fiction, but it was meticulously researched. And in fact, John le Carre, who wrote the novel, he puts a disclaimer in at the end saying, you know, none of this is actually true, but what is actually true makes my story look like a picture postcard.
Wow.
Right.
So that was his disclaimer. So I don't know, I'm an actor, I've got an overactive imagination, so I can imagine terrible things happening.
Yes.
But
We'll come right back with Rachel Weisz in a moment. Rachel Weisz, The Constant Gardener, is our guest. Let me ask you two actresses a question now. You know, supposing you just find the character that they've asked you to play a despicable person, does that bother you in your selection of that role? Would that stop you from saying yes to a role like that?
I tend to take any role that is offered to me.
But I mean a real hateful character. You wouldn't mind? Yeah, you'd take it anyway.
Yeah, I
think as an actor you get to play all different kinds of people, and you can't judge your character.
So that's the joy
Because
of-
but in your character's mind, you're not despicable. You're not
Exactly.
evil. You have
Yeah.
to find the righteousness in your character.
Exactly. Evil people think they're
perfectly
doing it-
fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your next project. It's called The Fountain with you, huh?
Hugh Jackman, yeah.
Science fiction film?
It's a science fiction film. It's a love story. It's set through the ages. It's in 3 time zones: in 16th century Spain, present day America, distant future, deep space.
Oh, no
You
kidding.
must love the costumes.
The costumes were incredible. Yeah,
And these two
beautiful.
characters go through all these centuries together?
Exactly. It's about love over the years.
And your director was your fiancé?
That's right.
Kidding. What was that like?
It was great, because I got to meet the director and he got to meet the actress. Because, your working self is kind of different from who you are around the house. So I got to meet him at work, and he's really good at what he does.
You got another look at him.
Yeah, I got a little look at him at work, exactly.
That's terrific. I don't know. You would think that that might be a dicey situation to have your fiancé telling you what to do.
Yes, you know what, it could go
Stand over
either
there.
way.
Right.
It
Stand
went-
over there. No, you stand over
Yeah,
there.
This movie shot mostly in Kenya, Nairobi, and we talked a lot. It's sort of a romantic story, but also a thriller, also a mystery.
Yes,
right.
yeah.
And Ray Fiennes is such a terrific actor. Plays your husband in this, right? What was it like working in Africa?
Africa is it's so overwhelming. The sights, the sounds, the people, the vividness, the colors. It's just, I'll never forget it as long as I live.
I wanted to know, these characters playing the small children, did they just...
They weren't actors.
They were
They
there.
weren't extras. So we went into the slum of Nairobi called Kibera with a small handheld camera. So it was like shooting documentary. And the children come running up to me and they start saying, "How are you? How are you?" And
Right.
grabbing my hand. And the director just caught this on film. So it's just an extraordinary moment of documentary. And the children in these places, just
It's remarkable.
They break your heart.
You want to go there.
Yeah.
I think it was wise just to go in there with the camera and let those people react.
Yes.
I mean, it looks like a documentary. It looks so real.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
Well, now let's take a look at a clip here. And in this particular scene, Rafe, who is quiet, he's a gardener, I mean, he's also, what is his main...
He's a diplomat.
He's a
mid-level
diplomat, but he loves gardening.
We're opposites. Real opposites.
That's right.
Yeah.
He would be like a Virgo, and she would be like, a Libra. But here you are, you can't stop. You're onto something, and you really want to solve it, and he's asking you, please.
Stop working.
Stop working.
Yeah.
Take a look.
Hi.
Hi. Bloody awful weather. You really shouldn't have waited up. Good, and I think you should go to bed. I'm safe home now, sweetheart.
No, you're drenched. Look, pick those wet things off, Tess, and come to bed with me, please.
I will, but there's something I have to do first. It's important.
Tess. Whatever it is that you and Arnold are doing, I'd like it to stop.
Wow. Who have you been talking to?
No one. These are my concerns, all right? I'm thinking of your health.
No. No, you're not. They've asked you to rein me in, and you're doing it.
Good movie. One of the best of the year so far. The movie opens on August 31st, and you are going to be a major, major movie star. You really are, Rachel. She already is. We'll be right back with the Rolling Award. Good luck, Rachel.